Okay, here we are. Okay, Delaney, that's 3 minutes, okay? Delaney's making bouncy balls, so we've got some timing issues here. Okay, so as you guys saw yesterday, I posted this little poll in Team Fitnique, and I asked you why you thought what was keeping you from hitting your Success Club goals? Because I am really interested in what you guys think is stopping you. And I think it's important to sort of reflect on your own behaviors and see where things are just not going right. And then we can kind of course correct, we can reverse engineer and figure out where you guys are going wrong or where you're being inconsistent or whatever. So I asked you, do you feel like you're inconsistent? Do you feel like you're not sharing your journey, you're not inviting, your warm market has worn out, you're not doing personal development, and other, which I asked you to explain. So there was lots of different answers. I think everyone's all over the map. So I just thought I'd come in and try and shed some light on all of these reasons why you think you're not reaching your goals. So first off, why is Success Club important? Like, do we all understand why Success Club is an important part of our business? If you are here, if you actually answered that poll, you took the time, you're obviously on the team page, I think that you know that Success Club is how we make a difference in people's lives. It's the complete package that we can offer everyone. This is our job, okay? As much as I love unicorns and fairies and this is amazing and we're living our life by design and, we can do what we want when we want, at the end of the day, it's still a job and it is a business. And there is always non-negotiables in your job. It doesn't matter where you work, if you're a nurse, if you work for corporate, if you're a hairstylist, you have things you have to do every month. If you have a boss, there's things that he or she is saying, this is what you have to do once a week. This is what you have to do this month to keep to have a successful business or workplace. And if you're not hitting that month after month after month, what's going to happen? Like, really, what's going to happen? You're going to get fired. So one of the tough things about this is all of a sudden, people that have never been self-employed before are self-employed, okay? Yes. And it is sometimes hard, yes. It is sometimes hard to figure out those things that you have to do to get you to your goals and actually do them on your own without someone pushing you, a boss, pushing you to do it, right? Pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone so you can actually do those behaviors to get to those goals. I am going to say once again, I am talking to the people here that want this to change their life because this can, and everybody can. There is nobody in the whole entire freaking world that can't be a Beachbody coach. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Delaney, you have to stop. I don't know. We'll figure it out after the call. Why don't you take the iPad and go watch a movie? Because you can't be interrupting me, okay? Thank you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. There's no one here and there's no one anywhere that can't do this. This is like a business in a box, seriously. But you have to do the stuff that's in the box. Just like when we have a challenge pack sale, do you expect your challengers to follow the instructions, to follow the meal plan, to follow the stuff every single day? And then they get results. I say that to people all the time. The 21-day fix works. Don't blame the 21-day fix. Blame yourself. You didn't do it. You didn't do it properly. It's the same with this business. We literally give you all the tools. It may take some time. No one ever promised you instant success. And no one is ever on this team going to promise you success if you don't do those behaviors every single day. I look at this as my job. I really do. I looked at it as my job when I had another full-time 12-hour-a-day job. I looked at it like another job. And I treated it like that. I did the behaviors every single day in the time that I decided I had, which was for sure an hour a day. If you want this to change your life, you got to give it an hour a day. And that's bare minimum. And everyone has that time. I'm sorry. That excuse does not fly anywhere with me. I don't care if you have 10 kids or you work 15 hours. If you want something bad enough, you can find an hour a day. You can. It doesn't have to be an hour together. Mine was never an hour together. It was always pockets of time, but you can find that time when it's your job and you want to make something of it. So let's break down all of these questions that I asked in the poll. So you're inconsistent, and a lot of people said that you're inconsistent. Well, the awesome part, if that's your thing, if inconsistency is your thing, you have control of that. You can become consistent. You control your daily behaviors every single day. There's nothing I need to teach you about being consistent. You have the power. You know, why not just do it? Why not just for 1 month? See what it's like to be consistent every single day. See what happens to your business when you are consistent. You have the tools, you have the tasks right in front of you. All you need to do are those vital behaviors every single day. That's it. That's all I did for the first 2 years of my business. I didn't do anything else. I didn't have time for anything else. I did the vital behaviors. What are they? Be proof the product works. So this is like the easiest job in the world. We're asking you to take time for yourself every day. Is that not pretty cool? Like, I know no one at my hair shop told me to do that. I'm pretty sure no one at Megan's hospital says, you know what, Megan, go take an hour today and just love on yourself. Just do everything for you for an hour and then come back and you can start work. It's pretty cool that that's one of our vital behaviors. Go work on yourself. Be proof the product works. Share your journey. Post it on social media. This should not be a surprise, guys. Like, if you signed up to be a coach, you know that you need to post on social media. That's like, you see us do it. That's why you joined us. Maybe you say you're scared to do it. It makes you uncomfortable. But somewhere deep down inside, you're okay with it, or you wouldn't have signed up as a coach. And I'm calling you out. Anyone that tells me they're nervous about posting on social media, I'm calling bullshit, because you wouldn't have signed up as a coach. You wouldn't be on this call. That's for sure. You know that's part of it. Whatever platform you decide to use, cool. Everything's cool. Like, wherever you want to be, but get sharing your journey. So you work on yourself, you snap a picture of yourself and you share it. You tell people about your life. You share your life. Personal development. Oh, there's another like half an hour you get to spend on yourself. That's a real hard thing to think about on a job. Like, that's pretty cool too. So make sure you're doing that. And then inviting. So you've got to do those behaviors, those basic behaviors every single day. No stopping. No stopping. Not Sunday. Like, I mean, if for religious beliefs or family beliefs you want to take Sunday off, my suggestion to you is to tell your people that. Because you know what? You're going to attract people because of that. I really have no problem if one day you are just social media free. I am not going to do that, but I don't have a problem with that as long as you've told people, you've shared why. You know, it's part of my belief. It is so important to me that I have one family day. So share it with people. Like, the whole weekend off, like, I'm sorry, God took, like, what's the saying? God took how many days to build the world, and he took 1 day off, but we now think we need 2 days off. Like, what the fuck? He did a pretty major thing in 6 days and only took 1 day off, and now we think we need 2 full days to lounge around doing nothing. It's insane. Okay. So if you want to take Sunday off, go for it. But tell your crowd why you're doing that. Share your why. That's part of you. There's nothing wrong with it, but make sure you've told people about it. But the rest of the frickin' days, get sharing your story. Share your real self. Stop this. I did T25 today. What does that tell anybody? How does that make your people believe that they can do the same thing? You're just kind of having an accountability for yourself. Like that doesn't really share your story. Tell them how hard it was. Tell them what you did to get through that workout. Tell them how awesome you feel right now. Like share the stuff about it. Don't just kiss your energize and tell them you did the workout. You got to give more. Give more to these people every single day. Basically, you got to show up for yourself and then share your journey every day. Like that's the stuff. The power hour has to happen every single day. If you're inconsistent with that, you only have yourself to blame. I can't give you anything more to help you with inconsistency. You're the only person that has power to change that. And that's kind of cool because you don't need anything more than what you already have to become consistent in this whole business. Okay. I think the next thing was you run out of your warm market. And I was actually surprised. There was only a couple people that said that, which was interesting to me. But for the people that feel and use that as an excuse in their head that they won't run out of their warm market, personally, when you run out of your warm market, I think that's the warmest because what happens, your warm market is scary, right? Like your warm market are those people that are kind of rolling their eyes and they're like, oh my God, what's that Heather posting all those pictures on Facebook for? And the warm market for me is scary. That was the scary part. I loved when my cold market happened. I loved when it was finally, I had new people that I didn't even know to talk to. Because you know what? I could be me. I have been hiding me for 40 years. When I was first starting, I had been hiding my true self for so long. It was very hard to open up and be this emotional, like motivating person to people I knew because I never spoke in that language to them. So in my warm market, it was really all about the 21-day fix. And yes, I lost 20 pounds and this is what you can do. I felt salesy almost in my warm market. When I got to my cold market, my messages, I hardly talk about the 21-day fix. I talk about, I am going to help you believe in yourself. I am going to be that person to help you through, keep you consistent. I love my cold market because it takes longer. There's no question. It takes longer to build trust, but I feel like I can be myself. And that is when you find your tribe in your cold market. Embrace your cold market. Figure out how to get more cold market into your support groups or into your wherever you are so you can talk to them. I'm not going to go into how to build your network. You have YouTube just like I do. Go figure it out. I share the same Shelly Hobbs. Write it down if you need to find warm market or cold market and get them into your warm market. Shelly Hobbs has an awesome video. I send it to everybody. If you're on my message threads, you've got it because I send it all the time. She has great ideas on how to find new people. There are a gazillion people on Facebook. You will never run out of people. That excuse never flies with me. But you got to figure it out, and it goes right back to consistent. Last night at 12 a.m., I was so tired. I'd been up since 4:45. I'd been fucking unicorn party planning, doing my business, dealing with my mother. And I was so tired. I was so over it. But I had yet to add my 20 new people to my support group. You bet I did it. I did not go to bed until I did it. I sent out those 20 messages from my ad that I'm running. So that's how I've chosen to build. That's how I've chosen to find cold market and bring them into my support group. I have this $5 cheap ad running. If you want to do that, you need to get into Brian Provenzano's Hustle group. He'll take you all the way through it, how to set up a really simple, cheap ad and find new people from a like page. I message 20 of them a day, And normally about 5 to 7 join my support group. And now I have some new friends, 7 new friends every single day. I never run out of new people, ever. And the relationships that I build with these new people, like, it blows my mind every day. It's like a new, really good friend. It's like another one of you, you know, that are just like me. It's the coolest experience when you get into it. Cold market is not scary. It takes a little diligence. Okay, so sharing your journey. I mean, I feel like that's just like basic. I don't know how much more we can explain about that. I talked about it a little bit before. Up and down doesn't work, guys. If you stop and start, you might as well really just stop. And I know that's hard to take. If you take a week off, couple weeks off, you're starting again, guys. And it's hard because those people that sorta had some trust in you now think you're kind of a bullshitter because, oh, look, Jana started, and I'm not saying you, Jana. I'm just seeing names and grabbing them. Jana started, she was really into it, but yeah, I knew it. She was going to quit. I knew it. I'm not doing that. Stopping and starting is brutal on your business. I've never done it, so I can't even speak from experience. There's never been a day I missed, ever. And it works. You got to stay consistent. Like, you have to share your journey. Even if you don't do the other stuff, keep your face on social media every day, every single day. Don't stop. Share, like today, all I will share today, it really won't have much value, but it'll share my life. It'll be all about Delaney's birthday party. It'll share all that kind of stuff. That's what I'll be sharing today. That's what I'm doing today. But damn right, I'll be sharing every piece of it. People are never, ever going to stop seeing my face. Because as soon as you let them, then they can say, I knew it. She wasn't going to do this. This was not going to be her thing. She was never going to be successful at this. You just give them a way to lose trust in you. You've got to share your journey. Once you start being consistent, sharing your journey, that's when your motivation is going to start, because you're going to start having results. You're going to start having more likes. You're going to get more comments. You're going to get more people sending you messages. Honestly, once you are consistent with this stuff, it makes you motivated to keep going. It's just like your weight loss journey. Nothing happens the first week. The first week sucks ass. Lots of us want to quit. But if you keep going in week 2, then okay, I'm 2 pounds down, or my pants are a little bit looser. That's when you get the motivation. It's the same in your business. The longer and more consistent you can be with this, your results are going to pay off. And that's when your motivation is going to come in. Okay, inviting. I wish that I could say I'm like the perfect inviter, and I'm not. It's been my thing all along. Inviting is not easy for me. It's never been comfortable, but as you can see, I've muffled my way through it. I have done it. You have to invite in some way. I shared a daily grind last week. I feel you have 2 choices. You can send out hey girl messages, and I mean thousands of them, and that's what I do. I connect a lot. I connect with everyone. I hey girl the shit out of my day. Terry will come at like 9 o'clock. Usually I'm like, oh my God, fuck, I haven't even checked into my challenge group yet. I can't believe the day is gone. And I'm like all flustered. And he's like, yeah, I will, Megan. He's like, well, what have you done all day? And I'm like, I've just messaged people. I've just been messaging people all day. Like, that's all I've done. I have gone and just connected with people. Hey, Megan, how are you? I saw your kids' pictures float by my thread. They're so cute. They're getting so big. How have you been? Hey, Heidi, I noticed that you liked my post today about my Shakeology. Are you working towards some health and fitness goals right now? I send out, like, I'm not kidding you guys, probably hundreds of those. Hundreds. And I might only get 20 responses. That's okay with me. I don't ever rethink it. I don't go back and see how many I've sent or see if they responded. I don't give a shit if they respond or not. I'm not doing anything mean. I'm not asking them to buy anything. I'm like saying hello. I feel fine about that. Like there's nothing, what is wrong with that? Saying hello. I love getting surprise messages in my inbox, like from someone, an old friend or anybody. Like I don't ever feel like, oh, I knew it. She's going to try and sell me something. I know it. Quite frankly, guys, if people don't want to be on your page, they've already left.
Michelle, I have a quick question about your messages. So when you're sending out those little quick hey girl messages or, you know, thanks for the like on, are you putting those into Teamsy right away? Or are you waiting for them to respond back? Because I mean, if you're sending out a whole bunch, right? Do you keep going back and forth, or are you just kind of waiting until they respond back and then adding those people that are like actually going to have a conversation with you into Teamsy?
Yeah. I will be very honest with you guys. Like my Teamsy sucks. The only thing I use Teamsy for is follow-ups. And I fucking even forget that. Like, I am not organized. Like if you're looking for an organized person, go to Megan's team call because I am not. I have Teamsy. I know it's a great place to track. It's still not quite the system for me. I don't think there is a system. I'm a clustered mess. Like this week I decided, you know what? I need to go back to this. This is just what I need this month. I needed the pen and paper. Hey girls, no, I just frickin' go. I go and go and go. But once someone returns to me and the conversation starts building, then I add them into Teamsy. I do add them in and I'll do the follow-up, but I'll be honest, like I can probably go into I only follow up once a week. I don't follow up every day. So usually on Fridays, I like Friday follow up. So on Friday, I'll have a big whack of follow-ups to do in my Teamsy and I go through them on Fridays. I'm not great at that kind of stuff. So no, like never would I put those into Teamsy. And if I'm adding like a new person from my like page over, so I've sent them that first, like, thank you for liking my post, blah, blah, blah. I don't add them anywhere. I feel like that's a waste of my time if they never accept my message. So I don't add them anywhere until they've actually like conversed with me. And I don't add them. Like if they join my support group, I still wouldn't add them until I message them and we like have a conversation. I need like a couple interactions for them to get into Teamsy. That's me. That's not right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. I mean, I just am not that organized. I'm being honest. I'm just not. I just kind of know what I have to do every day and I just bolster through it. For me, inviting has always been uncomfortable. Now, let me preface this with the two options. I'm very uncomfortable inviting to challenge groups. Because I was so overweight, I would have died if someone invited me to a challenge group. It would have sent me probably 100 pounds heavier because that would have been someone declaring, Michelle, you need help. You're fat. Like that's what it would have said to me. So I've never been comfortable with that. It is not wrong to invite to challenge groups. This is my mindset. It's my own problem. I'm not telling you not to do it because I think lots of people need it and they're waiting for you to ask them. For me, it's been a very uncomfortable thing from the very beginning. So I just chose to be so consistent on social media. I mean, I'm everywhere. I am live everywhere. I am posting everywhere all the time. So people see my shit. They know what I'm doing. I don't have to explain it to them. So when I hey girl them and we start a conversation, lots of times they ask me. That's always been the way I've done this and it's worked. But I mean, it's not 3 frickin' hey girls. It's 55. So if that's the route you're choosing to take, you be like that. Like I'm not giving you permission to say, my little sheet, the power hour says I need to do 3 invites. Okay, I'm going to do 3 hey girls. No. You need to do 53. You need to do so many of them. Other side of the coin is do 3 invites. invite 3 people to your challenge group. Like, invite them, ask them to join you. And I am so envious of people. Like, I think Megan has been really good at that. Like, that's where she's very good at it. And a lot of you are. A lot of you have that confidence, which I am jealous of, to be honest. So I feel like there's those 2 choices. Do a lot of connecting and be so present on social media, like so present. Or, you know, actually invite. And I would really say 5 people a day would be my minimum myself. But I think those are the 2 choices. With inviting, what I have to ask you is, do you believe in this? Like, I had a conversation with someone this week, and I really had to say to them, do you really believe in this? Like, if you're having trouble with inviting or actually getting into the conversation, where's your belief in this stuff? Because like, I believe in it so much, it's not hard for me to talk about. Like, it's not hard for me to say, oh my God, this is going to work for you. I believe in you so much. I believe in this product, and the 2 of those things together, you can't fail. I am going to help you. Like, I believe in it so much, whether it's the coaching or the challenge pack, getting them to their health and fitness goals. I have no trouble talking about it, you know, and I think that's what's wrong with the conversations sometimes that you guys are having. You're talking too much about the product. Guys, the product sells itself. You have to instill belief in people. That's what we are. We are not 21-day fix billboards. Like, we did not create the program. We cannot create meal plans. We cannot create exercise plans. We create belief. We tell people, no one else in this whole world believes in you, but I believe in you. I am going to see you through this. My messages, if you went into my inbox, that's what they look like. This is about mindset. When you get into this community, you can't fail, because all of a sudden you have 30 women backing you every single day, telling you you can do it, keeping your hands out of the potato chips, whatever their weaknesses are, whatever their pain points are. I just build on them. I'm going to help you not eat at night. I'm going to help you not listen to your husband say that you're going to fail. I am going to be the one that believes in you all the way through till the end. Those are the kind of conversations I have with people. I don't talk about, well, in the red container we have protein, and in the, oh my God, I send them a video for that. That is a waste of my time. My strength, your strength as a coach, is to believe in yourself and then pour that shit on everybody else. Pour love, pour belief on everyone else. That is why they're going to join you. They can buy the 21-day fix off of Amazon. And it's probably cheaper. I don't know. You are what they are buying. You are what they are joining. Your community. If you see my posts on social media, what do I talk about all the time? My virtual community. The reason I got up today was because of my 5 a.m. club. You know, I wouldn't have got out of bed if it wasn't for them. I post about this all the time. I drill it into people's head that it's not about the 21-day fix. And guys, we all know that, yeah, the 21-day fix is great, but there's a lot of health and fitness plans that are great. There's a lot of ways to lose weight. Like, we don't have the only answer. There's lots of answers out there. What we have is ourself. What we have is the ability to support people. Team Beachbody has given us, just normal, everyday hairdresser, this platform where I can actually help people reach their goals just because I'm their cheerleader. Like, I mean, it's amazing, really. I read a post the other day, and she said, everyone asks me what I do, and it's almost like I'm a unicorn, which is kind of fitting for today. I'm a unicorn because it's like a fantasy job. Like, this doesn't even feel like a real job. You just get to be someone's cheerleader and get paid for it. That's what we do. So in your invites, that's what you need to talk about. stop drilling facts about 21 Day Fix and all that stuff. Yes, for some people they need that, but you need to be instilling belief in them. That's what they need. Most women come to us, and men maybe, without belief. They're so insecure. They're so self-conscious. They don't think they're going to lose that 10 pounds after having their baby. They don't think they have the time. You have to show them, yes, you have the time. This is when we're going to fit it in. And you know what? I'm going to do it right there with you. And I have 4 kids. If I have 4 kids, you can do it too. You have to instill that belief in your messages. Now, I know someone's question, I think, I'm not calling you out, Kathy, but I guess I kind of am. You're still struggling with the conversation, right? You got to ask more questions. You know what? I think you need to write a list of questions down and just go. I used to do that. I had a list of questions, potential questions that I could ask my conversations, my people that I were talking to. So what are your struggles? Do you struggle most with nutrition or fitness? Is it that you don't have time? Are you ready to invest in this? What's holding you back? So these are questions. You're in control of the conversation, guys. Conversations should never end. If you are ending with a question all the time, they are going to continue. How many kids do you have? I start with just basics. I don't start with 21 Day Fix information. I start with basics like, what do you do for a living? Where do you work? Where do you live? How many kids do you have? Like, we get to know each other. I have people sending me pictures of their kids. And last night, some lady sent me like 10 cartwheel pictures. I'm like, oh my God, can we get on with this? But that's what I do, right? I become their friend before I start talking to them about the 21 Day Fix. You guys all tell me you don't want to be salesy. Well, if you're talking about the 21 Day Fix in your first message, you're a salesperson. You are not a friend, right? Make friends first. Then it just happens, because if you've been consistent talking about your stuff on your pages, they know what you do. They know that you're the health and fitness chick. So eventually, once they start trusting you and know that you haven't just messaged them to sell them something, they usually ask. 9 times out of 10, people ask me. So what is this thing you do? What is this thing? And then I get to talk about it. And then that ends up me sharing what worked for me. And I'm always very truthful. If you think you can get the same results as I got, you need the challenge pack. And I am really believe in that strongly. I don't make everyone, like, if they don't have the money or whatever, it's fine. Whatever, you can be in my challenge group no matter what. I don't care if you bought it on Amazon. You can be in my challenge group. But if they want results like I got, if they're looking at my pictures and they want the same kind of thing, I am very blunt about the fact you got to be doing the same stuff. You know, I feel pretty hypocritical if I'm promising someone that they can get results like I did without Shakeology. It's the way it is. Okay. What was the next thing? I think it was personal development. And I don't, how long? Sorry, I'm not seeing any of these. I'll go check the chat. Sorry, guys. How long do you talk to someone before you ask about their health and fitness goals? There's no timeline, Jana. There's just no timeline. I could never, ever say. Some people, like last night, literally a lady that I talked to probably a year ago, didn't really go anywhere. Like, you know, we were friends. We're friends. She likes my stuff every once in a while. Well, I posted something about the refresh, and it just hit her. She's got a wedding on June 24th, her son's wedding. And that picture just hit her. So she commented on the post, and I messaged her right away, and she bought the challenge pack last night. So that was easy. But that took a year. If you want to know the truth, that took a year. It took me connecting with her, adding her to my group, hey girl in her every once in a while. So every time she would have liked a post of mine, I probably sent her a message just saying, hey, just checking in, seeing how you're doing. Like, honestly, a lot of my messages are like that. Just checking in, seeing how you're doing. And lots of times I get a thumbs up back and whatever. That's great. But eventually, you know what? Two things happen. They continue to see my stuff. And that is my mission every day. I want everyone to see my stuff all the time. I love posting. I could post and craft posts and make my selfies pretty all day long. I know that's a strength of mine. So I put power behind it. And the power behind it is sending out a lot of hey girl messages, or how are you messages, or whatever you want to call them. So those eyes are always on there. This is a really funny thing that happened yesterday. Yesterday I posted, not even with a picture. I said, oh my God, happy Friday. I just had to tell my siding guys to change, like they put the wrong color up. Something funny. Within like half an hour, my husband and my contractor, their phones were blowing up with men texting them saying, oh my God, was the siding color wrong? Oh my God, what happened over there? And to my contractor, oh my God, you fucked up, Derek. Like, totally crazy. What it showed me, what it proved to me is I have no idea how many people see my stuff. These were men. I didn't think one man was on my page besides my husband. Like, it was unbelievable. The guy that I bought the siding from, who I don't even really know, called my husband because of that post. By the time my husband got to call the guy that I bought the siding from back, I had commented underneath saying, no big deal. It was just, they just put the wrong color in the wrong place. Everything's fine. Like, this isn't a tragedy. He had seen the comment. People are seeing your stuff if you're consistent. Like, you have no clue who's seeing your stuff. Don't look at likes and be like, wah, wah, only 2 people liked my post. Well, lots more people saw that. And the way to get more eyes on your stuff is to send out more messages. The more you interact with people, the more they're going to see your stuff. It's just plain and simple science, Facebook science. The only science I like. Okay, personal development. Most people, I don't know that there was anyone that put personal development, which I am so proud of, because I really feel like I've talked about that a lot. It is so important. If you are not doing personal development, that's the reason you're not having success in your business, because it all starts right there. It all starts with that confidence within yourself. If you are reading and filling yourself up for 10 minutes a day, again, ooh, bad job description, like, oh, you have to read 10 minutes a day? That sure sucks. Like, that's part of our job. That's pretty amazing. And it is going to change you in ways you will not believe. It doesn't happen overnight. But in 3 years, I can tell you, 3 years ago, I would not be standing here or sitting here with so much passion, sharing with how many women this morning. Like, this is not what my life was like. But because I have filled myself up with positive stuff every single day for the last 3 years, my language has changed. My posts are better. My messages are better. I believe in me so I can believe in other people. That's what happens with personal development. If you are struggling with a certain area, be intentional with your personal development. So, if you are afraid of rejection, Go for No. Great book, Go for No, if you're afraid of rejection. The Go Giver series is awesome. If you just can't get your head wrapped around giving is when you'll see success. The more you give, the more love you pour into people, the more success you're going to have. It is not about being a salesperson and selling the 21-day fix or whatever else we have. It is about giving so much to people, and then success follows. It is just, that's what I've done the whole time, is given, and it all comes back. And that's what you learn in personal development. The best book I read last year was, and now I forget The Go-Giver, I think is the title of it, right? The Go-Giver. And it just totally proved to me that the more I give, the more I get back. And this sort of takes me to something that came up yesterday in one of our leader threads. And people were wondering if maybe they should shut down their support groups because they're feeling like they're getting more engagement on their personal pages and their like pages. And for sure you do. You make way more connections on those public pages, right? Here's my take on it. And this is all my opinion, right? Like you can take what I say and take what's working for you and use it and garbage the rest. It doesn't matter to me. But this is my opinion. You are only going to build superficial relationships on your personal and like page. It is just the start of trust being built. If you can give these people that you're starting a relationship with somewhere to go for free, okay, so you can call it your free private support group. They have no idea that it's an open group. I always refer to my support group as my private support group. If you can give them value, that's giving them something. If you've just made a new friend, you've just started talking to them because they've liked your post, now, but they're not ready. Like it would be very unusual that someone would just say, okay, I want to buy a challenge pack from you. Like that never happens. So you need to keep building this relationship. If you can give them something, and I feel like our team is so far ahead because we have all these support groups, you can give them that. Jump into my support group. I share recipes. I get really, if you think I'm real on my personal page, well, I tell it all in my private group, and I share workouts and we do free challenges. And I think it's so valuable. And that's where you can build these relationships with these people, is in that support group. I always think of my personal page and my like page as the funnel that all drops into my support page. And my support page is where I make friends. I seal the deal. I make friends. Like find my coaches. Like that's where it all happens, in there. So I think it's valuable to, Is it a lot of work? Well, you know what? Jobs usually are. If you're going to make $1 million, it's going to take some work. As your business grows, you're going to need to be seen more places. This is why I utilize live all the time, because I can talk way better and way faster and get to more people on a live video as opposed to a post. I think they're both important. I don't mean just do lives and don't do the other, but if you can get into doing some live videos, even if you just start in your support page. Now when I talk to someone for the first time, they already know me. They know me. They know everything about me. They know that I hate cats. Like someone randomly yesterday sent me a picture of cat underwear. I don't know this woman. I'm like, oh my God, why are you sending this to me? She listens to my lives. She never misses one. She knows I hate cats. It's crazy. And she's like, I sent her a link this morning, because she knows me from my live videos. Be real. The more real you can be and honest, like get past just being the 21-day fix salesperson and be you. Like share you. And if you're still feeling intimidated by sharing your story, you need more personal development. End of story. This job that we have is about helping other people. And to help other people, we have to be transparent. We have to share with them what we've gone through. Yes, there is limitations on what you want to share. I get that. Like there's things in my life that I don't necessarily share. I share pretty much a lot, but there's some things that I don't. So you have to figure that out for yourself. But the rawer and more real you can be, the more relationships you're going to build. Every time I open up and share something real, my message box is overflowing because I relate to now another group of people. I think that was really it I think I covered all of those, didn't I? Inconsistency, sharing your journey, inviting, warm market, personal development, and other. And, there was some comments about time. I'm sorry. Like, it just is not an excuse in my book. Megan sent me a quote yesterday that, what was that, Megan? Can you remember it? It was good.
Yeah, I'll grab it because it is good. One sec. So it says, if you can't build your business on a part-time basis with limited hours, you will never build your business successfully full-time. More time is not the answer for you. It's being smarter and more productive with your time, which I think is so true. If you can't figure out how to do this in limited amounts of time, you're probably not going to figure it out.
No, it's true. I mean, honestly, I have a harder time getting my vitals done now that I'm not working than I did when I was working. I swear to you. And all I did when I was working is took little pockets. I didn't have an hour at once, but I did half an hour in the morning before I got ready for work. There was a half an hour after Delaney went to bed, and there was little pockets. Like, I didn't sit in the lunchroom gabbing with people anymore. I worked on my business because I wanted to get out of that fucking lunchroom. I didn't want to be there anymore. You know, at the end of the day, all of this is about your why and why you want this. You need to figure out what it is you're working for, because I tell you, when your why is strong, you are going to do all of these things. You are not going to make any excuses anymore because you want it so bad. I wanted out of that salon. I have been dreaming of the day that a for sale sign would go on my building, and it is going up today. I have been dreaming of that day for longer than 3 years. I wanted to get rid of it. I was done. It was giving me no joy, no passion, but I couldn't. I was stuck. I had to stay there. I was given this opportunity out of the blue, and I freaking worked my ass off to make that happen. I am not special. I have no special qualities about me that is different than any of you on this call. You can all do this. It takes work. It takes getting out of your comfort zone. It takes losing some relationships. I've lost a lot of I haven't lost them, but I've changed, right? Like, you change as you grow with this. So some of your friendships might change. I mean, I'm okay with that because I have a million new ones that are way more like me. You know, like I connect with women that are like me now. There are sacrifices that you have to make, and you are the only one that can decide that it's worth it and what's worth it. But it is the work and the time and all the messages and the freaking no sleep. Like, it is worth it now that I've got to this point, and everyone can do that. You know your weaknesses. You posted it on the poll. Now you need to figure it out. If you're not getting to Success Club, pretty much can guarantee you're not sending enough messages. You're not. You're not connecting with enough people. You're not asking enough people to join. I just told you my weakness is invites. But for the last month, I have invited 10 people a day, no questions asked. I've done it before. I've done it before my workout. I just have made it a priority, and I've done it. Have they all said yes? No. Have they ignored me? Yeah. I keep doing it. I keep doing it because it's important. I have to keep going. Okay. Any questions? You're just all like staring at me. I know I missed a lot in here. Is there anything that was really in the chat box that you want me to go over that I didn't see? No? Are you all alive? I'm unmuting you. I can't handle it.
Hey, I'm alive.
Okay. Does that stuff make sense though? Does that help?
Yes.
Do you see where you can maybe make some changes? And if it's a very specific thing, like Kathy, questions. I know I have a document I'll send you that has a list of questions. I've maybe sent it to you before. Yeah, but it has a really good list of questions. So I'll send that to you, because if you keep that right beside you and you're right in a message, you can't let the conversation stop. You just keep asking. I would think that maybe you're not asking enough, like just personal get to know questions first. And because they all build on each other, right? All those questions usually build on each other. And if you start right in with product, it's hard to, keep going with that sometimes. So I'll send you the list. I'll send you the list right after this.
Sorry, I do tend to want to cut to the chase. I'm a cut to the chase person. I do this when people are talking to me, like, come on. So to me, it's so flipping hard to drag things out.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a happy medium with that. I'm pretty much a cut to the chase. Honestly, I have conversations that come into my inbox and I'm like, oh my God, I wish this lady would just get to the point, because I know she wants me to come to her 31 party. So I know what you mean. And I think that there's a way of doing it that you're really just getting to know them and asking valuable questions. If you're just asking bullshit over and over, like, oh my God, have you gone on any trips lately? Oh my God, you have 4 cats. Wow, that's great. And you just do that for like ever, and you don't cut to the chase, they're gone. So there is a happy medium, but you have to kind of feel it in the message, right? I can tell when someone starts sending me one-word answers, it's time to cut to the chase. They're over it.
Okay.
But if they're still, I look at messages like that. If I send a message and I get a one-word answer back, I sure don't send them 5 paragraphs back. I send them 1 sentence, because that's how they communicate. But if I have a lady that, oh my God, it takes me like 2 minutes to read her message back, perfect. I can really get deep with her. She's given me lots of information. You have to read your people. And that's why copy and paste, I don't copy and paste anything. I really don't anymore. I did. And I think scripts are important to get ideas and feel confident with. But if you're just copying and pasting everything, you're not getting to know people. You're not, because you're not even putting any skin in the game. You're not getting to know them. And I did that a lot in the beginning. So I'm not faulting anyone, but I feel that look at the scripts, get ideas from the scripts, get help from the scripts, but freaking make a friend, just like you would at the coffee shop. It's no different, So, but I'll send you that thing.
Great.
Okay. Someone else had something maybe?
Could you please send me it too so I could look over it?
Yeah, sure, Holly. Yeah, absolutely. Are we friends, Holly? Can you friend request me and I'll be able to?
I think we might be.
We are? Okay, cool. And you know what? I will send it to you too, and I'll also just tag it in the Team Fitnique page so everybody can see it. I think it's called Closing with Confidence or something like that. Megan and I did it a couple years ago maybe. But they're good questions. I used to honestly have it printed out right beside when I had a desk a year ago, I had it right there. So I always saw those questions. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions before we sign off? We're good?
I think at the end of the day too, figure out what, everyone sort of was able to pinpoint what their problem was, right? Everyone was very truthful in that. Then this sounds so stupid and I say it all the time, but go to YouTube, plug that into the search engine, and listen to the team call. That's honestly what I did in the beginning with this. Oh, I'm running out of people to talk to. Instead of just saying oh man, Michelle, I don't know how I'm going to find more people. I never did that. All right, I'll go to YouTube. Someone will tell me how to figure this shit out, or how to take good pictures for social media. I didn't just keep posting crappy pictures. I went to YouTube and watched a video on how to take good workout selfies, or how to make my food look presentable in a photo. And how to motivate people. You can go to YouTube and watch a Beachbody team call on how to do that. Struggling with the follow-up, go to YouTube and follow up Beachbody coaching. There is seriously the answer to every single excuse that we all make. every single one of them. So there isn't really an excuse to have an excuse, because the answer's there, and we all have the exact same excuses. So just like figure it out and act on it.
It's so true. I mean, there was 5 of us last 2 years ago, 6 of us maybe. Heidi, Megan, Justine, Darlene, Carla, and Kathleen. And I mean, we had to figure it out on our own. We went to YouTube and then we shared with each other. That's what we did. I mean, and I can remember the day I went to Megan's support page, like I hadn't been in it for a while, and I was like, what the hell have you been doing over here? Like, what? Look at these pictures, and where did these posts come from? And she figured it out. I didn't tell her how to do it. She figured it out. I am not your boss. Anybody here. I am not your boss. I'm not your manager. That's why I closed my hair shop. I'm done with being that for people. I want to be your friend and help you along and try and make it easier. But at the end of the day, guys, get your CEO hat on and run your business. Make it the best it can ever be. Like, how awesome will you feel when you get to your goal? I can tell you today, I feel pretty awesome. I don't care what anyone thinks. If they think I'm making a crazy mistake, I know I'm not, because I believe in this so much. I've worked hard and I'm not stopping. Now my goals are even bigger because of it. And everyone can do the same thing. I can only share with what's worked for us and share that with you, but you have to find your own way too. Because what gives me joy isn't going to give all of you joy. And that is one of the coolest things about being able to live your life by your own design. You get to figure out what gives you joy, and then you got to put it into some business practices. You got to figure out how that's going to work for you and keep you successful. So I said it to you. I love posts, making posts, crafting posts. I love doing live videos, and I love just chatting. I don't love inviting. So I figured out how to make it work for me. If you are giving me the time excuse, you don't want to take my route. You want to just get down and dirty and invite, right? Because if you have a very limited amount of time, I would say that's the way you've got to go. But learn how to do it nicely and professionally and not salesy. And again, like Megan said, go to YouTube. How to invite. Like, there's so many calls. Like, you'll get so much information. It'll help. It's so worth your time. I used to spend so much time on YouTube, like so much time. Anyways, my unicorn has arrived, so I gotta go. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.